You know how you can set up quivers? I forgot. As soon as I did the chain attack, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where's my quivers?
Dumbass motherfucker.
Oh my god. And Nicole's disc. Oh, I just realized that. Her disc 5 is not even leveled. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kate the 7th, and I'll be your host today. Alright, so this was this week's low cost clears. We did a 4 cost, 3 cost, and a 3 cost. Let me change my screen over to this. Alright, now I have all the builds recorded in this, and I also have the gameplay we can analyze. People said that they preferred it when I explain the run, so I can explain mistakes and also like how I played it. They said they prefer it this way, so I just record the builds and the runs. So we're gonna start with the Orphie. Now Orphie is on banner, and usually I don't do banner characters because usually banner characters get shielded in game, but they said fuck Orphie. And if you guys don't know, this stage buff only buffs physical damage. It buffs sheer damage for rupture agents and physical damage. And Orphie kind of like doesn't do physical damage, so like she literally doesn't have a buff at all. So like they reran her and she has 0 shield. Are you stuck in zzzero grinding and in need of polychromes now? Well, we've got the power up you need. As you can head to U7BUY for your ultimate gaming hub for safe, fast, and cheap in-game top-ups from zzzero and all your favorite titles. You can even check all the reviews on U7BUY on Trustpilot, as they have a very high rank, and the direct top-up page will recharge you instantly. For example, the 8,000 monochrome price on the official store is $99.99 USD. So expensive, right? And if you go and check the price on U7BUY, you might notice that the price is the exact same. But don't worry, that's where the magic happens. As once you click buy now, your total instantly drops to our actual discounted price, and your purchase will be delivered to you within seconds. How to buy, you might ask? Just go over, select your server and UID, pay securely, and boom, your account is loaded instantly. It's just that easy. So be sure to use my code KETE7 at checkout for an extra 8% discount, perfect for your last minute pulls, internet membership, or surprising a fellow proxy. Be sure to click the link in the description to visit U7BUY, recharge fast, save more, and keep dominating the hollows. So this is M0P1 Orphie, M0P1 Lighter, M6 Nicole on an A rank engine. Fun fact: this only took one try. I was actually like pleasantly surprised. The Ellen and the Haru run took a couple tries because I had to play around to get the mobs. A better mob clear on the Ellen and Haru run, but this actually took one try. So people always ask how you play DPS Orphie, and since she's on banner, I saw this as a good opportunity. So essentially, we gotta know if you start the fight on a different character, she's gonna always use her aftershock at the very beginning, and Shiyu because she has enough energy, so she's gonna always come with her aftershock. So you put the debuff from Nicole's basics, and then you want to laser on Orphie. Now, best case scenario, Orphie is hitting both of them at the exact same time. And now while Orphie's doing her thing, I'm setting up my supports. Now it's just all about quick swapping Nicole in to make sure that I keep the defense shred up with her basic attacks. And now wait for Orphie's aftershock. So this is the thing with Orphie, right? So she's using her laser right now. Now you gotta look at your Orphie's energy. This is where people can't play DPS Orphie well at all. This is why people struggle to play DPS Orphie. You guys are not paying attention to her energy. Her energy is her resource. You gotta know when to bring her on field. You gotta know when to have her off field. Her aftershock, her EX aftershock, has a 5-second cooldown. And as long as she has enough energy and you are attacking with someone else on field, if she has enough energy, she will do her EX aftershock off field. So I see that Orphie just finished her laser, and I'm looking up and I'm seeing that Orphie has enough energy. So I am not going to immediately switch to her because I need her to do her aftershock. If I switch to her too fast, I'm gonna cancel her aftershock. If you cancel her aftershock, you're canceling her damage. So now that she's done her aftershock, I can switch to her now. You can switch to her mid aftershock. But as soon as I see the aftershock damage go through, now I can switch to her. And now we just ult here. Then Nicole first. Now this is what I mean. I'm actually so glad this happened, and I actually made a mistake here. This is a rookie mistake. So we ult here, so I can show you what I mean. I get this here. I shouldn't have did this. When I did this, Nicole right here, I swapped to Orphie too fast. I canceled her aftershock. You see what happened right there? I canceled her aftershock. She only got a little bit of the damage instead of all of it. So you need to wait until her damage goes fully through before you cancel it. Which is her aftershock. I was trying to get decibels on Orphie. I think I do get enough decibels here to ult and stun. We're gonna start with Orphie into laser. Now right here, right here. You see how I see she has enough energy? That was a mistake. Now I was trying to hurry up and get the ultimate, but what I should have did, I should have held this for a second to let her do her aftershock first, but it is what it is. So I lost one aftershock because I was too impatient. So we're gonna get in. Now we're gonna go to Miasma. You know, this is just a typical Miasma phase, like just get rid of it as fast as possible. Nothing really fancy here, just try to take the defensive assist. I'm a noob and I missed the defensive assist. Sorry, I suck. But right here, I'm gonna manual chain right here, because I saw Orphie did her aftershock. So I see Orphie did her aftershock right here. So now I know it's on a 5-second cooldown. I have enough energy, but I know it's on a 5-second cooldown because it just happened, right? So now I can go ahead and immediately switch to her, and I can start the stun with her laser. Now you're gonna do Nicole into Orphie, and wait for the aftershock. Now switch to her. And Nicole missed her EX, but that's okay. Shit happens. And now we already have enough score because you really just need like 22.5 before 230 to get 25k. So a sloppy run, but it was only one try. And I wasn't going to sit there and reset for a higher score. I was happy that I got it first try. Maybe I can get 28k on a perfect run. 28, 29k. And I'm wait for the aftershock here. Now switch to her. So like, if you're trying to play DPS Orphie, that's the biggest thing you have to make sure you're doing. Make sure you're not canceling her aftershock. She has enough energy. Before you switch to her, make sure this damage goes through. That was a mistake. Never do, at M0 Orphie, with M0 Orphie, never do 2 on-field EXs in a row like that. After this first one, I should have stopped. I should have stopped because her off-field EX does way more damage. But my dumbass did 2 here. So I just burnt that energy, and now I don't have enough energy. You see how she's doing a regular aftershock instead of the EX version? That's because my dumbass did 2 regular EXs on field. Never at M0 Orphie, never do 2 on field EXs in a row like this. Only do 1. And then the rest of the run is simple. It's just finish it. This is the Orphie build. Pause if you're watching the video on YouTube. Just pause. I believe it's 33 subs though. It's 32 or 33. I can't remember. This is the lighter. I didn't change his lighter at all. I saw he already had 4-piece King of the Summit, so I just kept what he had on. Again, this is Penguin's account. If you're new to my channel, I always use Penguin's account. And yeah, see how this is the AP Nicole build? I should have switched her to crit, but it is what it is. Oh my god. And Nicole's disc. Oh, I just realized that. Her disc 5 is not even leveled. And yes, the Orphie was overcapped on crit rate because this is an M6 Nicole. So this Orphie had 115 crit rate. I completely forgot about M6 Nicole. I didn't think about it until after I cleared. So what I could have did was I could have dropped Orphie's crit rate by 15% and got more damage. So just remember that. If you're not using M6 Nicole, this is 100. So if you have Orphie's signature on 4-piece Shadow Harmony, 43 is 100% on Orphie. But because I'm using M6 Nicole, I get an extra 15. So this is actually 115 crit rate Orphie. So just remember that if you are using Orphie with Nicole, you can drop your crit rate for more crit damage and attack percent. All right, let's move on. We have the Ellen Joe team on the second floor. Now this is M0 P1 Ellen, M0 Lycon with Restrained, and M0 P1 Gel. Okay, just the first wave is very simple. Just group them up with Lycon and kill them quickly. Now, I really need Lycon's ult here to stun this dude faster. So I'm just like praying he gives enough parries. And I'm gonna have to burn Lycon and Ellen's ult here. Now I do an EX and a basic to restack Woodpecker before the ult, just to make sure that shit was active. Alright, so now here's the key. Now, it took me like 5 runs to get this shit, because I kept stunning him, but I didn't have Ellen's ult in any stun, because I would basically, like, as soon as I got the decibels for her ult, his stun window ended, because he has one of the shortest stun windows in the game. Like, basically, the moment I get her ult, I would press ult, but the stun window would be over, like, the moment I press ult, right? So I would lose all that damage. So what I figured out was, okay, I need to stun him slower, which sounds like crazy, right? Like, what do you mean you gotta stun him slower? No, I got a better score. I had an easier time clearing, stunning him slower, because it let Ellen get the decibels so she could ult every single stun. So I'm actually gonna not stun him as fast as I possibly can here, and I'm gonna slow down the stuns on purpose. Okay, so I'm just gonna on-field Ellen for a while here. Yes, farming decibels is very important. I do take 1 parry with Lycon just to get his stance going towards the very end, but now I have enough decibels. I reactivate Ether Veil. You cannot do double chain here with Ellen. Remember, your stun combo changes depending on the enemy that you are fighting. This guy's stun window is way too fucking short. Unless you have someone like an M1 lighter that can extend his stun window, you cannot do double chain here. Because you will not be able to fit double chain and ult, right? So just do one chain and immediately ult. Because this man's stun window, see, look, you see, it's already done. I just stunned him. The stun window's already over. So now here, again, I'm actually just gonna slow down this second stun here because I need to make sure that Ellen has decibels for her ult in the second stun. So I'm just gonna on-filter her for a while. That chain was just to make sure that Lycon hit and stun for his buff. And I got the ult just in time. I fucking mashed that shit just to make sure that all the damage went through. I literally got the ult just in time. And then right here, once I saw the score after the first ult, after that last ult, I knew I cleared. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't have to try hard anymore. I already got the clear. But what I should have did, since I should have still killed him faster. I was just fucking around here, but I should have used Lycon's ult just to stun him quickly instead of fucking around. But it is what it is. A clear is a clear. Okay. Now, you're gonna see here, my dumbass forgets. There's no cuts in this video from here to the Haru. I went straight to the Haru instead of going straight to the Ellen. And like, right before I started the Haru run, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to record the Ellen gear. So here's the Ellen gear. So I stopped the Haru run for a second to go back and record the Ellen gear. So this is 97 crit rate Ellen, because her SIG gives 20%. I believe this is a 30, again, you can pause the screen if you're watching the video. I believe it is like 31, 32 sub Ellen. This is the Lycon on restrained. This Lycon's only potential unlock 2. And then the Zhao on the bunny set with her SIG. Alright, and now we move on to the Haru. Okay. So this is M0 Haru on Brimstone. M0 Chingy on her SIG. M0 Suna on Kaboom the Cannon. It's actually so funny how much of a joke Jester is. The robots are hell. The robots were the true end game in this fight. the robots were significantly harder than Jester. Also, right here, you know how you can set up quivers? You know how you can set up quivers right before the fight starts? I forgot. As soon as I did the chain attack, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where's my quivers? Dumbass motherfucker. And I was like, ah, shit. I forgot to set up the quivers before the fight started. But I was like, ah, fuck it. Whatever. I'm not going to start over. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's okay. We're not going to start over. It's fine. It's fine. Who needs quivers? Who needs quivers? Those are overrated. But they just combined. Chingy's almost dead, but that's okay. We believe in the Clank. Now we got these quivers. This is gonna be our override. I thought I was gonna get the ult here. That's why this extra basic right here Because after the first dashes, I wanted to ult, but I didn't have the decibels. I thought I was gonna have the ult right here, but I'm like, what is that? 43 decibels short? I thought I was gonna have the ult here, and I was like, what the fuck? Why don't I have the ult? But then I got it right here, and I was like, fuck it, I'll send it now. And then now it's easy. Because Jester's kind of a joke. It was just the fucking robots that was hard. Now, he did this bullshit teleport move. But it's fine. Just for Moonlight. I have quivers behind me. And now we just need to get the second stun. Okay, I think I double EX here on Suna, yep. And then I hold EX here on Chingy. Yes. And then I stun with Suna. I know that I'm gonna get an override here on Haru. Then I start chain again. I believe I ulted here. Yes. And we did enough damage before 230, so now it's a clear. Woohoo. Not a perfect run. Kind of sloppy, but a clear's a clear. As always, we try not to use any Void Hunters, Dylan, or Nangong because those characters are like disgustingly broken. And if I was to use those characters, people would complain. So another week of low-cost clears done. But this is the Haru build. Again, pause the screen. I think this Haru is 35 subs. I think. There's the Chingy. And this is the Suna. Yeah, I said, yeah, Chingy's on. I said at the beginning of the clear, though, Chingy was on Teapot. I said it's M0 Haru with Brimstone, Chingy, M0 P1 Chingy, and Suna on Kaboom the Cannon. How many costs are considered low cost? I try not to go over 4. I try to do 2 to 4 for my low cost clears. We were able to do a couple ones in the past, 1 cost. But I try not to go over 4. I think anything over 4, I don't consider low cost anymore. Okay, I think we're good though.